Hi, this is Suvendu here once again in second part of start from where we left. Now we will open that last tutorial here. This is the first time when you create a new scene, it will automatically create a few game objects. These are called the game objects. This is the viewport, and these are the game objects it will create automatically. Then create empty game object. So when you create the empty game object, it will you cannot see, only you are just seeing the arrows of the direction XYZ, and if you deselect that one, you cannot see anything. If you want to see this object what is, you can put a game object here. Just make it go to the game object and create a 3D object cube. So when you create a game object cube and put that game object inside that game object, now when you select, and you can see that it is the child of the game object is cube. So if I move the game object, it will also move that child object. Okay, so game object initially there is nothing with that except position, transform, except transform, you cannot see anything. So if you want to add anything here, just like if you add, right click, add component. I'm just adding box collider. Okay, you can see here, look that. So it is initially it is creating the empty game object. If you want to add something, you can either as a child, if I delete child, you can still see the collider. Here it is, you can still see the collider. So if I move that one, it will also move. So game object initially empty game object will result nothing, but if you add any component here, then it will appear. Okay, now let's start with we have already created first lesson, and I'm also telling you something, some settings here. Go to the tool and then go to the option, and in general you can change the color theme dark to blue, what you need. Project settings, project solution, if it is already ticked, please uncheck it, because it will coming more error. Source control, you don't need that one. Work system, general, C#, scroll bars, if it is not this is the radio button, if it is not clicked, click it, and then you can see, if you keep the minimum, narrow it, it will minimize the size. So why it is need, I will show it. IntelliCode C# suggestions, it will suggest you. Let's start. We will later, if it is important, then I will enable it and show you. Okay, it is not required right now. So because what we are enabled, it's like that, this one, it will help us. Okay, because lots of code, if lots of codes are there, then you if you want to see where it is, where is the method, you can hover your mouse cursor, then you will see. Starting with this class, I have already told you that Unity, this is the namespaces. You can see the namespaces using means lots of namespaces are there in Unity 3D. Unity engine also itself is a namespace, and Unity editor also namespace. Lots of namespaces we will discuss later, and some of them are from the .NET, and lots of are there. So let's start with Unity engine. And I told you that if it is not using the using Unity engine namespace, if I remove that one, look that MonoBehaviour is showing error. You can see here the type of the namespace MonoBehaviour could not be found. So it will give error, and these methods will not work. It is only MonoBehaviour. You cannot see in C#, normal C# without Unity. You cannot see this start and update. It is only in MonoBehaviour. Okay. And once again, in all error gone. Now it is working. Now what is the class? Is the class, and we have created the first lesson class. Class name is first lesson, and it is derived from MonoBehaviour MonoBehaviour class. And this is the accessibility, means how if it is public you can access from other classes. Like I'm creating another class here. Create, go to the create, and scripting, MonoBehaviour script. Okay, now I am going to empty C#. Yeah. This is not the MonoBehaviour. So test Sun2. It's a simple class. This is not it will refresh the class after it is updating, and when you double click that one, it will open. Look, that two classes are there. One is test lesson 2 and another is a first lesson. Okay, what is the difference between these two classes? This is also a class, first lesson. It is derived from MonoBehaviour, and this is the it is not derived from any classes. Using Unity engine, if you remove this one, it will not give you the any error. If I make // then it will comment it out, means it will not work. Means when Unity engine start reading the classes, it will start. It will not start if you add the // okay. Then look that there is no error here. So it is not depending on if you are using Unity engine namespace but not using the MonoBehaviour, it will not work. So if you derive from MonoBehaviour, then it will work. Look that it is grayed out, now it is white. So it is actually working. So if you remove this one, it will not work. It is working as a plain C# class. If you remove this one, it will not affect anything. And now one thing is that if it is not MonoBehaviour, what is happened? Let's start. You can save both script. If you do any change here, suppose I will explain this debug.log. Anything, right? Within this double comma quote, you can write anything. It will not give you error. Let's start. We want to save the both classes. Here in the first class, you can see there is a small asterisk. first lesson means it is not saved. If you that, and this is showing that it is not saved, it is creating a blank space, so it is not saved. If you want to save both, you can separate save that with using this one, or going from here save Control S, or you can save single, or if you click that one, I am just showing first single save, it is saved. Now it is green, so it is saved. Okay, and I'm Control Z again, so it is now unsaved. So if you click this one, save all, Control Shift S, so if you click that one, look that both are saved, and asterisk is gone. So it is already saved. Now what is that? This is a it is already saved as MonoBehaviour, so I am removing the MonoBehaviour. Okay, and commented out as before, what discussed, save that one. Now carefully see, both have the same class name and public access. Now look that when I save both this one and go to the Unity, and if I try to put this new class in same GameObject, we can add multiple script on the same GameObject. So drag and drop this, look that it says can't add script behavior test lesson 2. The script needs to derive from MonoBehaviour. It's saying you cannot put the normal class on MonoBehaviour GameObject. Everything in this game it is MonoBehaviour. If you want to add this class to this GameObject, then you have to need to change that one. Double click and then open and open. Now I am doing MonoBehaviour. MonoBehaviour, but it will give error automatically. Visual Studio creating using Unity engine, so namespace is automatically creating. Earlier Visual Studio it is not creating. Now it is very easy to use the Visual Studio 2022, and you can see it's creating. Now it's when you save that one, now you are able to put the class on GameObject. Let's see if I can put that one or not. Already GameObject first lesson, now put first lesson already. It's a MonoBehaviour here, but we have make it non-MonoBehaviour. So let's see if this is MonoBehaviour and this is non-MonoBehaviour class. If you put both that class GameObject on GameObject, select that GameObject in the hierarchy and in the inspector, just refresh, remove comment. Let's first, which is MonoBehaviour, I am trying to add this one. It is now added, but when without MonoBehaviour means normal class, when I drag this here, drag means left click and just hold on the mouse and put it on the GameObject in the inspector. So when it's saying that the script needs to be MonoBehaviour. Means if it is not MonoBehaviour, you cannot add this script. You can use a script in separate way. I will show you later. But when you want to use that script to be used in this viewport, then you must need that MonoBehaviour class. So if I make it MonoBehaviour again MonoBehaviour Unity engine, it is now saved as MonoBehaviour. Now try to put that on the GameObject, same GameObject. Let's see, we can put it in on that. Yes, we did it. So it's totally MonoBehaviour class. So now go to the MonoBehaviour. What is saying? When you mouse over the MonoBehaviour, you can see Unity engine not MonoBehaviour. Just move your mouse staying on the same window, it will go. If you move outside, putting that on the MonoBehaviour, the mouse, and just put on that, it will appear the cursor, and now Unity engine dot MonoBehaviour. When you click that MonoBehaviour, it will open the MonoBehaviour. So MonoBehaviour is using lots of namespaces, namespace system, namespace system dot collection. Lots of namespaces are there, including .NET and C# both. Lots of script namespaces are there. So it's also derived from behavior class. MonoBehaviour is a class, and now this class is derived from MonoBehaviour, and MonoBehaviour is derived from behavior class. So if you go to the behavior, you will see lots of namespaces. MonoBehaviour is derived from component, and components have lots of properties here, and get set. These are the properties here. Okay, so we will discuss later property. Bool and fields are the statics. Private, I told you that private is accessibility. So public and private. Public means it is open, means it can access from any classes. Means classes means like this one, a first lesson, or test lesson 2, or MonoBehaviour. Okay, what is start? Void means blank, means it is the actually when I write anything, it's a public first accessibility. If I do private void means nothing return. It's saying that return only, it returns the value. It may be void, it may be like float return. Okay, it may be bool return, but here we cannot return because start is specially for return void. I will show you the next lessons why we can use the separate method. Like I'm just showing you, remove that, it's remain just void. It only error gone, so it only return void. Okay, now if I write here private bool, I'm just writing bool. So instead of void return here, return void means nothing return. Nothing return means it will not return, it will do. It will, if you want to just what return, if you make a punch on the wall, okay, what it will return? It will return a thrust in your on your hand, face of the hand. Okay, it will return. If you make a punch on the air, it will nothing return. So void is what? It will nothing return, means it will no there is no effect on void. It will do, means if you punch, it will do punch, okay, not return anything. So here bull, so bull means it's a true or false. Bulls is two type, bulls is two type, it is false and true, okay. And when I write private bull, say is I am here, look that when I writing the method, first letter is always the B, it's, and first letter is the capital and not the small. When I write the method any, so when I am child, bull I am child, so when you write a method, you have to use that this is the parenthesis, and this is the second bracket. You have to write this type this way. So now look that, as I am writing here bull, bulls means it will return true or false. Is I am a child, I am a child, is I am a child, then it, if you are child, then you will return yes, means true. So it will return the value. Here it is void, nothing return, it will return the if it is child, okay. So if you have to write, if it is not void, then you have to always remember, you have to write the return and return true. So I am a child, so it is, now it is error gone. So when you do a return here, return type of method, then you have to put the return here and return the value what is, and how you get the true, I will explain it later, how you can get the true or false. But for the basic, you have to understood it, the main return, what is void is nothing return, bool is written. You can write here another field is there, say float. So float is there written, but here float has no true or false. Bool has only true or false. Okay, so here you have to return the value here. If it is 0.5, if you return the value 0.5, f for float, it will return the 0.5 value. Okay. So and if it is string, these are the, I will tell you the fields. I'm just saying void, justifying the void. What is void? Explain later. So public string here, anything name. So string is anything name. So if I double quote here, and my name is, suppose my name is Subhendu, I am returning here Subhendu. So string means this inside the double quoted, so what it will return the string. So bool is returning true false, and float is returning float value, or 0 point something or point something, means 7.2. These are the float. 0.2 means where point is coming. Float is, let's comment and explain you. Float is 7.2, and you have to write F here, or 0.2 means 0.2 point value. And integer also, there is also integer. I will next I will explain that one. Integer is always 1, not point something. It's a single value, not a point value. So integer is 1 or 2 or 3, 5, 10, 1,000. Got it? Now I hope this lesson is clear to you. Next we will jump into field. Till then, bye.